All right, welcome back once again, my people, to the Reggae Boys Weekly. And today, it's Dylan once again. First question is: you lost the Premier League title. How does it feel?
Um, so it's a bittersweet actually. Um, it's just been a very low, not really low because the journey was really good, and I think the the process and the progress that we made this season is definitely you can see it. I think a lot of people are trying to say that we bottled the league, but I think that's just people disliking Arsenal as a club and our fan base, which is all fine. But yeah, dog, I think we're definitely in the process. Pep admitted it. He was just like, I am nearer to leaving than staying. And I mean, after the meltdown I saw on Twitter when we lost from rival fans, bro, do not give Arsenal a Premier League trophy. It's in everybody's best interest to not make us win anything. Because when I get here the air anyway, because bro, the disrespect has been almost it's palpable and it's crazy. Because all kind of things that just don't make any sense. But yeah, bro, it's a part of the process. Our league is going to be there soon. We took them to their best ever league finish. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's laid the foundation. So, but I think in the near future, he definitely has to deliver a trophy. But listen, we're going to talk about so many things today, and we have one comment already. Let me see who it is. Dr. Dan. Dr. Dan, big up yourself. Arsenal battled, went to City and parked the bus and wanted to draw. And also, you guys lost to Aston Villa as well at the Emirates. So I wouldn't go as
Yeah,
far to
but
say
bro, that's just
that.
part and parcel of our permit, bro. In any other season, bro, if we ended with this run, we ended on 89 points, right? So it's for people to go say that we bottled it, bro. Then I mean, then what do you expect? It's Manchester City,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah, I don't think I'd go as far to say you guys battled it, but it is what it is. But we're
yeah,
gonna talk about Leon Bailey today, Dujon Richards, as well as Demarai Gray. We're gonna make some comparisons, right? Is Leon Bailey bigger and better than Demarai Gray? The last time we did this show, Dikanya basically stated that he basically gave Demarai Gray the edge over Leon Bailey by the mere fact that Demarai Gray, he has a Premier League winners medal, right? So basically, he's a Premier League winner. But to an extent, I think there's a myth surrounding Demarai Gray being a Premier League winner. So we're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about Dujon Richards. As I said, Craig Butler made some comments about Dujon, stating that in the next 5 years, he's going to be the all-time leading goal scorer for Chelsea in the next 5 years. So obviously, we'd have to beat out the likes of Diego Costa, Frank Lampard, and quite a few others as well. Didier Drogba. So we're going to talk about that. So let's get straight into it. But first of all, let's give you guys the intro.
It's time to rise up, stand and take your place. Rise up, shine like the sun. Rise up, rise up. Your journey has just begun. Rise up.
Smurf, big up yourself. Kahim Dixon, slap the bag 2 times today. And obviously, Dylan Arnett Gardens, that's it. That's your team. So
yeah. I was
big up.
going to go to the match in person, but I mean, I didn't really want to watch any more football today. One and two, bro, it's hot, bro.
Mhm.
Bro, today's the hottest day I've felt in Jamaica since I've ever lived there, dog. Like it's ridiculously warm, bro. So yeah, but yeah, bro, he scored a decent brace. I can understand why he's in the Reggae Boy setup. He's very hardworking. I think that's the thing
Mhm.
about him, and he has an edge on all his teammates. You can see that he's a level above. Um, but yeah, bro, Fabian Reed inevitable, and we're going to what's the Concacaf
Caribbean Cup.
or something
Yeah,
Caribbean Cup.
Caribbean Cup. Yeah.
Yeah, so looking forward to that. One on it guns.
Definitely. One jungle. But people, once again, if you're just joining us, hit the red subscribe button. If you're new, also hit the like button. And feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. Somebody said Kevin Williams, this topic not even deserve a like. Well, listen, Kevin. I mean, if you don't like the video, then it's not gonna hurt me. I mean, we can agree to disagree. You know what I'm saying? But let's get into the discussion, right? Because they kind of basically was the one on the last live stream that sparked this conversation, right, surrounding Leon Bailey as well as Demarai Gray. Now, I have some interesting stats surrounding both players, but let me ask you the question, Dylan. Who do you think is the bigger player, Leon Bailey or Demarai Gray. Also, who do you think is the better player out of the two?
I mean, honestly, I was only that I kept quiet in the last one about this, but I think it's definitely Leon Bailey, like no question about it. I don't really know what Demarai has to help them win that trophy.
Mhm.
I think the only Reggae Boyz player that's significantly bigger than Leon Bailey and has that story and those memories would be Wes Morgan. But I think if Bailey has two more of these seasons, then I
Yeah.
think the argument is fully finished.
Definitely. What I will say is I agree with you, right? I think Demarai Gray for Jamaica is the better player. But if you
Yeah,
look at the overall makeup of the player, right? And the history of both players and the body of work that both players possess as well. I think Leon Bailey definitely easily gets the edge over Demarai Gray. If
for
you look
sure.
at Demarai Gray's club career since he has played professional football, it hasn't really been prolific. It hasn't been to the standard that Leon Bailey has shown when he was at Genk, when he was at Leverkusen, and also when he's in the Premier League at this moment in time, especially this season. And they kind of stated that Demarai Gray is a winner, a Premier League winner. My question to you would be, what constitutes being a Premier League winner? I mean, I feel like you have some players who, so for example, like a Manchester City, for example, right? I think you have to play a certain amount of games, a certain amount of games to qualify for a Premier League medal.
15.
Demarai Gray would have played 12, right? I think you have to play
No,
six.
it's
Is it
10 or
six?
15, somewhere there.
No, it can't be 10 or 15. I
No,
think
I
it's
think,
six.
is it
Yeah, I think it's six or so.
4?
No, I think it's 6 games you have to play or more to qualify for a medal.
I thought it was more than that. Okay, well,
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. It's more than that.
hold
But what I'm trying to say is,
on,
right?
4, 5, on
What I'm
6.
trying, what I'm trying to say, right? Demar Gray, you got a medal, whatever the case is, fine. But say, for example, Arsenal went on to win the league title, but Reece Nelson, for example, only played like say 5 games, and he had like between those 5 games, he played like 3 minutes in each game. I mean, to an extent, he's a Premier League winner. You know what I'm saying? But how do you feel in yourself knowing that you didn't really contribute to winning this trophy as a player? You know what I'm saying?
Is that
What
a
do you think
question?
about that?
Oh, I mean, I think the kind is just being the Kanye at the end of the day.
Hmm.
Sometimes he has some views that are just entertaining, which is why I think a lot of people take to his personality in a football sense. But yeah, dog, like I don't even know if the Kanye believes it. I think at the end of the day, it's obvious that Leon Bailey is a bigger player. It's obvious that Leon Bailey is a better player, just not in a Jamaica shirt, as we have seen, and that can change very easily. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And what I think as well, I think Leon Bailey has a bit more respect, and I think he's also held in a higher regard with well in the Premier League compared to Demarai Gray. Reason being, Demarai Gray in the Premier League was filled with inconsistencies. You know what I'm saying? When he was at Leicester City, it was more like he's one for the future, but he didn't really hit the ground running. You saw him in moments, whatever the case is, but he didn't hit the ground running. I think he went away to Leverkusen, and you're thinking to yourself, okay, he's away from England, he's in Germany, a much easier league, he's going to hit the ground running. He went to Leverkusen. He didn't really do anything at Leverkusen as well. He came back to the Premier League, went to Everton, and they also didn't do anything with Everton as well. You know what I'm saying? And he had some cameos where he scored some wonderful goals. Scored goals against United, whatever the case is. But still, he didn't really hit the ground running in the English Premier League. And we see now at the age of 26, 27, he's in the Saudi Pro League, which isn't a bad thing. We're having a conversation that he could potentially return back to the Premier League. But just to give you some stats surrounding the season in which Leicester City won the English Premier League, Demarai Gray, he went out on loan, right? I don't remember the club. He played 24 games on loan in that 15-16 season. He had 1 goal and 1 assist, right? Then he was subsequently recalled back from the loan spell that he was on. He played 12 games with Leicester City, and he had 0 goals and 1 assist in the season that they won the English Premier League. And if you look at the minutes in which he played in those 12 games for Leicester City, it was merely like 5 minutes, 11 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes in those 12 appearances. So it's not like Demarai Gray really contributed to this Leicester team or to that Leicester team winning the English Premier League title. So whilst he does have a Premier League medal, I mean, to an extent, it's more like a participation medal. It's almost like not contributing to the group project. And I think that's the case with Demarai Gray when Leicester City won the English Premier League title in the 15-16 season. And I just think that if you make the comparison between both Leon Bailey and Demarai Gray, I think Leon Bailey has to get the edge in terms of being a better player as well as a bigger player in terms of name as well. And let me just bring up some statistics across screen surrounding both players to give you guys a real comparison surrounding what they've done in the Premier League so far. So so this is the player comparison all seasons. Leon Bailey played like what? This is his third season in the Premier League. Demarai Gray played like I think Demarai Gray would have played like over 5 seasons in the Prem. So well, it had to be over 5 seasons. So Demarai Gray 200 appearances in the Premier League, 19 goals as well as 14 assists. Leon Bailey in less games, 86 appearances, 15 goals and 15 assists as well. So in 86 appearances, he has one more assist than Demarai Gray, and he has fewer goals compared to Demarai Gray. So you're seeing where the output of Leon Bailey in less games, he has almost outdone Demarai Gray in 100 plus less games compared to Demarai Gray, who is currently playing in Saudi Arabia. So I definitely think Bailey, he has to get the edge in terms of who is the bigger and better player as well. And also we have to take into consideration that a couple years ago, I don't think anyone would have thought that Aston Villa would have qualified for the UEFA Champions League. I don't think anyone, Leon Bailey would have never thought that he would have went to Aston Villa and they would have qualified for the UEFA Champions League. And the mere fact that Leon Bailey was pivotal in this Aston Villa team in helping them to qualify for the UEFA Champions League, I think it's something that's commendable, and it's something that we definitely have to talk about. But for me, I will give it to Demarai Gray that he's a better player than Leon Bailey when he plays for Jamaica. But if you look at the overall makeup of the player, I think Leon Bailey has done a bit more in his career where he can look back to say that, I was integral in helping my team to reach to these different stages. When he was playing with Bayern Leverkusen, he was a very integral player. When he was playing with Genk, he was integral. Now that he's playing with Aston Villa, he's a key player for Aston Villa. But Demarai Gray, for me, throughout his career, he has been filled with inconsistencies for a long period of time. So I definitely have to give Leon Bailey praise for what he has accomplished, especially this season. And people might say it's hating, whatever the case is, but it's not hating. It's by looking at the itis, it's looking at the stats as well, and you look at what the players have accomplished as well. And it's not a knock on Demarai Gray or anything like that, but we just have to talk facts when we talk about player comparison. And for me, it's not bad to compare players. I don't think it's bad. Every day we compare Ronaldo, we compare Messi, we compare Bruno Fernandes and Kevin De Bruyne, we compare Phil Foden and Phil Saka. So for me, even if you're a Jamaican and you represent the country, I don't think it's a case where you're protected from being compared, because it's through comparison that you can get better. You know what I'm saying? Where you compare yourself to someone and say, okay, in the next 5 years, I need to improve to be in that position. You know what I'm saying? So you're always trying to be one step ahead. You're always trying to better yourself. So in regards to the two players, I definitely think that Bailey gets the edge for me. But let me just take some comment section. People, once again, if you just joined the live, I don't know what happened to Dylan. Dicano is not here. His light went away for some reason. Arsenal lost the league title, and I guess everyone, you're not hearing from the Arsenal fans. But once again, people, hit the red subscribe button if you're new. Like the video, and feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section. So let me just get some comments. Simon Mendy says, stop comparing the players. Listen, as I said, every day we compare Ronaldo and the Messis of the world. So I don't think Leon Bailey and Demarai Gray, any respected player for the national team, is beyond comparison. That's football. Football is about comparison. We compare players every day. Sports in general is about comparison. So I don't see the need as to why national players cannot be compared. We're talking football. We're not malicing anybody. We're not being bad mind towards anybody. But let me take some more comments. Boom, boom, boom. Kaim Dixon. All right, so this was one. Dr. Dan, what are you comparing? Just the two players in general, the career as well as the abilities of the players. Dr. Dan said, career or games in J uniform? No, career in general. Jamaica, obviously, Demarai Gray gets the edge in terms of being the better player for Jamaica. But I was making a comparison between both players in general in terms of their career, whatever the case is, and their accomplishments as well. Because on the live stream Friday, Decano brought up that Demarai Gray is a Premier League winner, so he's better than Leon Bailey. He said something within that line. So it was something I disagree with. So, I had to go and do some research. As I said, Demarai Gray in the season when Leicester won the Premier League, he only played like 12 games. Played like 3, 4, 11 minutes. Those are the average minutes he had with with Leicester. Somebody said 4 games, 5 games. Yes, around 5 games you have to play to qualify for a Premier League medal. Bailey scored more goals than Demarai Gray in a single season. That as well. And once again, Demarai Gray, before he went to Saudi Arabia, he was in the league for like over 4 or 5 seasons. As I said, he was with Leicester for a while. He was more like a player for the future, but he didn't fulfill his potential. He went to Everton, also didn't really do anything much with Everton. He went to Leverkusen, didn't do anything with Leverkusen. If you look at Leon Bailey's career throughout his time, he has always been consistent. The only time Leon Bailey has been inconsistent was his first 2 seasons in the English Premier League season. Other than that, this season he has done well. He has been integral to this Aston Villa team in terms of accomplishing qualifying for the UEFA Champions League. And I think we need to talk about it more, people. Just like 1.5 seasons ago, like Aston Villa, they were on the brink of relegation, and it was Leon Bailey. Well, not Leon Bailey. Unai Emery came in, and he re-energized Leon Bailey as well as many other players as well. And you see where this Aston Villa team is at now. And I think we have to talk about it because it's not like Newcastle when Eddie Howe came in and Eddie Howe spent a ton load of money. Not like a lot of money, but Eddie Howe bought a few players, right? This Aston Villa team, they bought Diaby and some other guys. But this is the same Aston Villa team that was struggling with Steven Gerrard to an extent. It's not many of these players in the current Aston Villa team are like new players that Unai Emery brought in. No, that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? So it's commendable for what it's commendable that Leon Bailey has qualified for the Champions League with Aston Villa. Let me take some more comments. I was on a live stream with Next Up. Dr. Dan said, how old was Gray at that time? When Leicester won the Premier League title, I believe Demarai Gray was like, I would like to say it was like 19, 20, somewhere around that age. I would like to say it was around that age, to be honest. Yeah. Leon Bailey is definitely on another level compared to Demarai Gray. It's not even close right now. Next Up Sports Talk, big up yourself. I was searching for your YouTube channel, but I spelled it as in NEXT. So now that I'm seeing it's NEX. Yeah, so I'll definitely, after this live stream, search for it and give you a subscribe to the channel. Gray is by far better for Jamaica. Yeah, sure, man. I agree. He's better for Jamaica compared to Leon Bailey. But overall, I think Leon Bailey is a better player. No, there's no agenda for the comparison. It's just that on the last live stream, somebody said, well, the co-host or host, whatever, Decano from Gunner's YouTube channel said that Demarai has a Premier League medal. But I'm saying that, despite him having a Premier League medal, I don't think it gives him the edge over Leon Bailey in terms of being a bigger or better player. Dr. Dan said, I think this is an unfair comparison. At that time when Leicester City won championship, I think Gray was 19, 20, was a young player. But the thing is, why did Decano bring it up then? I'm saying, if it's an unfair comparison, I don't think Decano should have mentioned that Demarai Gray had a Premier League winners medal, because it was more like it's a participation medal. It's like you're doing a group project, but somebody didn't really give anything to the group project, but you get credit for it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see the reason as to why Decano would have given Demarai Gray the edge over Leon Bailey. I know that Leon Bailey hasn't really won anything major in his career so far, but if you look at the body of work, I think Leon Bailey body of work speaks more compared to Demarai Gray. Once again, people, if you're just joining the live stream, hit the like button, also hit the red subscribe button if you are new. For some reason, the two Arsenal fans who are normally on the show, Arsenal lose the league title today, and the man them is nowhere to be seen. Nowhere to be seen. So, where are we going? Arsenal fans, they're in hiding. They're hiding. Bailey was 20 in the EPL. Or Gray talking about. You're talking about Demarai Gray, right? I don't think Coach Hargrimson would agree that Gray better than Bailey. Yeah, I mean, Yeah, but as I said, I give Demarai Gray the edge in terms of being better or playing better for Jamaica compared to Leon Bailey. Um, I am not saying he didn't have a great season, but if you're going to compare, I think you have to look at other factors. Listen, Doctor than I hear, but if you look at both players, okay, take away like the medal that Demarai Gray got got with Leicester City that season, right? If you look at it, I still think overall in terms of the abilities of the two players, I think Leon Bailey has more in terms of abilities compared to Demarai Gray. I think Leon Bailey in terms of he has good feet, whatever the case is. He can work in tight spaces. I think he's also intelligent. I think he can deploy Leon Bailey across the front three. Not so much as a striker, more like a false nine, to be honest. I think if needs be, he could possibly play as a number 10. It just depends on how you set up with Leon Bailey. But I think he has that. I think he has a bit more in his locker room compared to Demarai Gray. Demarai Gray is more like I don't want to say he's a one trick pony, but he's more like a direct player who's going to take the ball, go to the byline, or run at the sideline, whatever the case is, try to come inside, fast as possible and get a shot off. I think Leon Bailey can take it to the byline, he can come inside, he can come a bit more central with the ball, he can beat players, good feet, whatever the case is. So in that sense, I give Leon Bailey the edge because watching both players. And I was watching Demarai Gray more compared to Leon Bailey when Demarai was playing in the English Premier League. Now, obviously, that Bailey is in the Prem. I've been watching Bailey a lot compared to Demarai Gray, who's in the Saudi Pro League. Since Demarai Gray has moved to the Saudi Pro League, I've not watched Demarai Gray. I think this season he has scored a few goals in the Saudi Pro League as well. So big him up for that. Joe Gant's an unfair comparison. Who has league title? Demarai Gray has a Premier League medal, so he basically has a league title. But I'm viewing it more like a participation medal. You know what I'm saying? Who has a league title and who has more impact for JA? Yeah, but Joe Grant, the thing is, as I said, Demarai Gray in the season that Leicester won the English Premier League, he played 12 games, 0 goals, 1 assist. And if you look at the minutes, he played like 3 or 4 minutes, those type of stuff. So what did Demarai Gray really do in this season that Leicester won the English Premier League? He didn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? He was just there at the time that they won the league title. He was recalled back from a loan spell. He was in the championship on loan. He played 24 games with that team, 1 goal and 1 assist. So it's not like said Demarai Gray contributed to Leicester City winning the Premier League title. The contribution came from Riyad Mahrez, N'Golo Kante, Okazaki, Wes Morgan, Danny Drinkwater. I don't know if Ben Chilwell was playing at that time. The contributions also came from that Schmeichel, the goalkeeper. You know what I'm saying? I think who was there? Wes Morgan, Danny Drinkwater, quite a few plus was in that Leicester team that won the Premier League title for them. So Demarai Gray never have nothing to do with Leicester winning the English Premier League title at that moment in time. And like I said, Arsenal was great. We're just up against the greatest EPL team ever. 6 titles in 7 seasons and only lost one by 1 point. Definitely. I mean, Arsenal for go wait till Pep leave the English Premier League for go win that trophy then. You see me? What Gray has done for Jamaica, thus for Bailey should have done all that already. Yeah, that's true. Bailey, Villa's second highest goal scorer and assists. I hate the player comparison. First responder, come on, it's football. Like we compare Ronaldo, we compare Messi every day. It's nothing. It's nothing against the players. It's just football. Football was birthed on comparing players. I don't think it's bad to compare players. You know what I'm saying? Once you're not being unrealistic or deluded in your comparison, I think it's fair game once the comparison fits in. Demarai Gray is 26, Leon Bailey is 27, I think, at this moment in time. You know what I'm saying? In less games, as you can see on screen, Leon Bailey he has 15 goals, Demarai Gray has 19 goals. I think he's tied on assist with Demarai Gray. Demarai Gray played 200 games in the English Premier League. Leon Bailey played 86. So I don't think the comparison is unfair. Leon Bailey almost better than man already in less seasons. Sorry, Jamie Vardy as well. Jamie Vardy, those guys were integral in that Leicester City team winning the English Premier League title. It wasn't Demarai Gray. So despite Demarai Gray having a Premier League winners medal, they have a lot of players who in recent years they've won like the Premier League title, right? But what was the contribution to them winning to that team winning the title. They didn't really contribute much, but them have a medal. You get me? I say, me rather know say me play a substantial amount of games and the team win the Premier League title than me play like 2-3 games, and between the 2-3 games is like 3 minutes. Me are averaging at the 3 games. Me not go feel like me contribute to the team. You get me? I say, me not go feel like me contribute to the team. Troy Cox, big up yourself. How you mean Bale not winning? Bailey has yet to win anything respectable. Qualifying for the Champions League next season is not winning the Champions League or winning any trophy. It's qualification, so he didn't win anything. So at this moment in time, Leon Bailey, throughout his career at the highest level as a professional, he's yet to win anything respectable. So not because he qualified for the Champions League meaning him win something. You get me? I say? The only thing Aston Villa get is prize money. Well, not prize money, but money for being the Champions League come next season. More revenue, more games will be played in the Champions League because the format of the Champions League has changed as well. So more revenue for the club. But Bale not win that yet. Bailey better. The Leicester argument should have not passed go. Signals me that I tell you, I think when you bring up the thing about Demarai Gray, I mentioned him win Premier League title. I don't want to hear nothing about club form. What about Jamaica? I tell you, Spain Town, you just joined. Big up yourself. I tell you, say, I give Demarai Gray the edge over for Jamaica. And we have Dylan. For some reason, people, the Arsenal fans are moving brazy. Yo, wham.
Bro, I texted you, bro. My Wi-Fi went.
Oh, really? Yo, John Star. Yo, not because you know win the league title, and after like go plug out the Wi-Fi and everything. Like, come on.
Yeah, I'm just trying to run away from a Man United fan.
But yeah, you know, me have trouble in the can lose the league title. I'm not trouble, no. But yeah, I'm having a conversation with the people that I think Leon Bailey gets the edge. I think he has done more in his career compared to Demarai Gray. Gray is more mature. I mean, if you want to give him the edge in that, then fine. I think Demarai Gray is definitely a bit more mature than Leon Bailey. But I don't really want to say it's a bit more mature because I don't know the two players at any personal level to make that assessment. I think what we're going by is the interview recently. Does that really make you immature, Dylan? You think Bailey doing that interview makes him immature?
I think it would make Demarai Gray seem more mature. I think that's my answer. But to say he's not more mature, I don't really know him from anywhere. And I mean, he has to have some level of maturity to have, what is it, 30J season? So, yeah.
Hooray, Bailey have one good season. Can you give us one great performance for Jamaica, please? Well, the one great season is better than Demarai, any respective season for Demarai in the English Premier League. You know what I'm saying?
Demarai whole Premier League career.
Yeah, I don't think Demarai has ever had a season like this that Leon Bailey's having.
No, but I think like cumulatively, he probably has had more goals and assists than Demarai Gray in his whole Premier League career.
Who, Bailey? Who, Leon Bailey?
Yeah, this season.
Oh yeah. And this is the comparison. I think your internet went out at the time. 200 appearances for Demarai Gray, 19 goals, 14 assists. For Bailey, 86 appearances, 15 goals, as well as 15 assists as well. You know what I'm saying? So
no, it's not even a comparison.
Yeah, it's obvious that Leon Bailey is doing better than Bailey. You know what I'm saying? No, it's obvious that Bailey is doing better than Demarai Gray in less game. Yeah. And probably less game time as well, because I remember his first 2 seasons, Bailey wasn't really playing much football, you know what I'm saying, because of injuries, whatever the case is. So just imagine
but Demarai was never like a cold, like a must-start player for Leicester. So,
no, but that's what they wanted him to become.
But he didn't.
Yeah, so he didn't live up to his full potential.
Yeah, which is fine. But Bailey is living up to his potential, just not for Jamaica yet.
Yeah, what's the issue with Whisper? We're going to talk about that soon, so just give us a minute. But yeah, Dylan, as I said, they kind of brought this up in the last live stream, so I decided that I wanted to talk about it. So we kind of talk about that. I think we kind of beat that out the way. Big up to who's this? Kid and Soccer Talk. Big up yourself, Kid, and dropped a super chat. So big up yourself for that. XLR8 Sports. Gray has a Premier League medal. Yes, he does. He does have a Premier League medal in the season that Leicester won the Premier League. He was recalled back when he was unknown in the Championship. Played 12 games for Leicester City, and he got a Premier League medal. Yeah. Who has more assists and score more goals for Jamaica? Demi country career is greater than Bailey in the short time playing for Jamaica. I agree. And as I stated, I give Demarai Gray the edge. I give Demarai Gray the edge in that aspect. But Dylan, we can move on to Dujon Richards, right? Because his agent Craig Butler said something recently, and obviously you would have seen the video, right? On the Gunners YouTube channel, they kind of made a video surrounding what Craig Butler had to say recently. I think it was like this week or something like that, right? And you know, Craig Butler is a very controversial figure in the football stratosphere in Jamaica, right? Throughout the landscape, and he does say some, I don't want to say foolish things, but it's his opinion. You know what I'm saying? Things can always come to fruition, but you have to dissect things and realize that, okay, is this something that is realistic, right? Now, you know that Chelsea is a club where they purchase players on a rapid. Estavio recently, they have so many players that they've purchased that they're for the future to an extent. You know what I'm saying? And this summer as well, they will keep purchasing players in terms of strikers, midfielders, defenders, whatever the case is. So, in terms of competition for places, I think it's the highest at Chelsea compared to even Manchester City, United, Arsenal. I think it's easy to break into some of these teams, right? Now, recently, big up to Real FC as well. Craig Butler was on the show recently, right? And Craig Butler basically was talking about Dujon Richards, and he stated that in 5 seasons, he will be Chelsea's all-time goal scorer. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, he would have to beat out the likes of the Diego Costa, the Frank Lampard. I think Frank Lampard holds the title for being the all-time goal scorer for Chelsea, despite being a midfield player. You know what I'm saying? So many legends, they've played for Chelsea. They're up in the books in terms of scoring goals for Chelsea. In terms of Craig Butler seeing that, do you think he's placing unrealistic expectations on Dujon in 5 years, for 5 years time?
I mean, if your agent doesn't believe in you, then who will? So I think that's my perspective. I think Butler just hypes up his players. If, as I said, I think I just leave it there. If he doesn't hype them up, who will hype them up? I think that's always my question.
Yeah, but don't you think it should be a case where it should be realistic in his assessment?
But what is realistic? He's a wonder kid. He came out of,
Oh, hold on. Who's a wonder kid?
He is a wonder kid. It depends on what you call a wonder kid. From Jamaica, of course.
Wonder kid in Jamaica?
Well, that's the cultural context, no? I never said he's a Hendrick, but he's a wonder kid. He must be, right? Like, if you're doing it in Jamaica's context, which academy player have we had that, is at that level right now or has ever been at that level at his age?
No, but we're talking about, if you're going to use it, then say he's a wonder kid in the Jamaican sense.
Yeah, but we're on a Reggae Boyz spot. He's our wonder kid.
Okay, so clarify yourself and say that then. You know what I'm saying?
No, bro, he's just a wonder kid, bro. Like, at the end of the day, he's a wonder kid.
A Jamaican wonder kid, or like Caribbean wonder kid. Wonder
but
kid.
like, if I look at India don't have that, that big squad, whatever. But if they have a player that comes out of the Indian ranks, then they're going to call him a wonder kid. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to compare him to Brazil. We don't have the infrastructure for that.
Yeah, but listen. Now, Craig Butler said that, right? I'm saying you can hype up your players all you want, and you ask me what is being realistic. I think being realistic is looking at who is in front of you. I think being realistic is respecting history and seeing that, okay, these are the quality players that are the leading goal scorers for Chelsea. Is Whisper, or will he ever be at that level to be the all-time leading goal scorer for Chelsea? And we have to factor in Chelsea is still a selling club. It's not like Whisper is guaranteed a place at Chelsea where you can say that he's going to play for the next 5 years. He's going to be at Chelsea for the next decade or whatever the case is. He hasn't really marked a spot in the Chelsea first team because he's still with the academy. You know what I'm saying? So I think you have to be realistic in your assessment. I think Craig Butler has to be realistic. And if you look at agents across the globe, I think Craig Butler is the only agent that really takes things to this different level. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, but like, what's the point? Like, at the end of the day, like, if, as I say, if the guy has taken him in from you as a kid, has helped him to get to where he is today, then it's fine. Like, at the end of the day, if you shoot for the stars and then you end up, or if you shoot for the sun and you end up on Mars, then you still get to the next planet. Like, if he ends up with 100 Chelsea goals, like, like, it's for us to build him up as Reggae Boyz fans. Like, that is our job. At the
And
end
it's
of the
also for us not to place unrealistic expectations on players.
No, but is it unrealistic?
Now, I'm not saying it's unrealistic, but I think it's too soon
He
to
has,
say. You know
he
what
has
I'm saying?
quality,
Huh?
His quality. If the right opportunity presents himself at injury crisis, he scores a couple goals, then he could be the next Rashford or the next Kobe Menu. Like, you're
I
Manchester
don't
United.
think you want to be in the same bracket as the next Rashford.
Huh?
I don't think you'd want to be in the same bracket as the next Rashford.
No, but that's not my point. Rashford is
Yeah.
on 350K a week. I think anybody would want to be a Rashford. I don't have to
Well,
produce
in the financial
some
sense,
more.
yes, but in terms of the body of work,
Yeah, but I think he's not that far, bro. If you're there, if you're scoring goals almost every week at the under 23 level, then you're in and around it, bro. Just believe in Butler. Why not? What's the
Cuban
point
Link, the
in not
media,
believing in him?
is not, bro. We believe in Whisper. I
Okay.
for one, when the news broke that he was going to Chelsea, I believed it. I believed. Many Jamaicans didn't believe, but I was one that believed. Okay, Newcastle and Chelsea links are around. Okay, there's something in it. But I'm saying, not because somebody's Jamaican, it automatically means that I'm going to like pick up for everything that surrounds them. You know what I'm saying? If somebody, for example, got the national trials and run 100 meters, 100 meter, right? And them run 15.15 seconds. You think Mago said that I go be the next Usain Bolt? You think Mago said this man can qualify for the Olympics? No. But what if him go do it now? Then we can say, yo, so that you really go improve and thing though. But me not go sit down and say I'm gonna run 15 seconds down 100 meter sprint. I go be the next Usain Bolt. I've not seen anything from Whisper to say that in the next 5 years' time, even if he gets opportunity, that he's going to be Chelsea's all-time leading goal scorer. Bro, you know what it takes to be the all-time leading goal scorer in the English Premier League?
Bro,
For any respect,
you don't dream that you're going to be the next biggest YouTube channel in the whole of the world, bro. If you don't think like that, what is a realistic thing to believe that because you only
no,
have such followers know that you can't make this into your career? Like, bro, you just have to believe at the end of the day. You don't
no,
have to,
it's fair to
like,
believe.
there's no
Whisper respectively can believe that he can become the greatest player of all time
let's
because to
see,
get to that point,
let's
you
see.
have to believe. But I'm saying, when it's different for you, the individual, to believe in yourself compared to when you have somebody building you up to certain heights where it's easy for people to not tear you down, but it's easy for people to criticize because the last thing you want to do is place unrealistic expectations on players at a very tender age.
Yeah,
As
but
an agent, you must learn to protect your players.
as Damian Marley correctly quotes, he always says, life is a long way up and such a short way down. Like, it's always easy to fall down. But if you don't, bro, you have to believe that. Like, it's what,
Bro, I'm saying,
bro,
as the
if somebody
individual,
says that Whisper not going to make it, it does not help me and it doesn't help them. It just, bro, I just want to praise the man, dog. Like, he's putting in the work. He's, he's sniffing in and around it. He's training with the first team. It just takes one opportunity.
Dylan,
And
we're not talking about the opportunity that will present itself. I'm
yes,
saying,
but Kishan, that's how football works. Is he crap? Him can't
no,
ball.
I'm
Him
asking
can't
you a
score.
question. I'm
He's a
asking
goal
you one
scorer.
question. I'm asking you a question. Is it
Uh-huh.
realistic to say he's going to be okay? Let's say that he gets opportunity. Let's say that the season starts in August, right?
But
And
Kishan, what is realistic? That's
hold on, man. Say the season start and him get a run out. Him play like 5 games when the season start because of injuries or whatever the case is, right?
okay.
And he's in the Chelsea first team. Same like scoring in debut, whatever the case is, right? And he's
Mhm.
in the Chelsea first team, like him, he's a player that's on the bench and he's still young, he's working way at the Chelsea first team for like earn a spot
Mhm.
in the starting level, right? I'm
Mhm.
asking you, based on his talent, right, and what you believe he currently is at this moment in time, do you think it's realistic to say that he can be Chelsea's all-time leading goal scorer in the 5 years. And before you answer, if you look at a player like Erling Haaland, right? When he was in Norway with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, when he went to Salzburg in Austria, I believe it is, right? When he was 16, 17, when Erling Haaland was like 13, 14, he was a freak of nature, bro. This guy was scoring goals left, right, and center, anywhere. This guy going competitions and score how many goals. So that's a player that you can look at, especially at the professional level. When he went to Salzburg, he was ripping it up. He was ripping it up in the Champions League at what, 17, 18. So that's a player that you can look at and say, yo, this player at any respective club can be the all-time leading goal scorer. That's a player that you can look at and make that assessment, right? When he went to Borussia Dortmund in his first, like in his debut or his first couple of games, he was banging in goals left, right, and center. That's a player that you can look at and say, okay, he can make the next step to like a Bayern Munich or Manchester City or United, and he can be like the greatest player or the all-time leading goal scorer. But that's based on the body of work. So what body of work have we seen from Dujon to state that in the next 5 years he can be Chelsea's all-time leading goal scorer? Bro, 5 years from now is not far away.
Okay, so question. Jamie Vardy, who would have known? You don't know.
But the thing is,
you don't know.
But at the time when Jamie Vardy was holding the bench at Leicester City with Harry Kane, and when Harry Kane was also there, because we can throw Harry Kane in the conversation, you never hear nobody say Harry Kane gonna be Spurs all-time leading goal scorer. You never hear say nobody. You literally, bro. History shows we have Google, bro. Nobody was saying that Jamie Vardy would have went on to win the English Premier League title. Nobody would have stated that Jamie Vardy, when he was on the bench at Leicester, would have before the money even get purchased. I think Leicester buy for like 1.8 million, right? Something like that. Before he went to that respective club, Leicester City, no agent was coming out saying Jamie Vardy was going to be breaking records left, right, and center, because you have to look at the body of work at that moment in time. There was nothing to show that. So it's not like say an agent come out and make unrealistic expectations. When Harry Kane went back to Spurs, you know what happened? Remember, you know, before he go back to Spurs, he never played for Leicester that much, you know. The man go back to Spurs, and then in first season with Spurs, when he go back off alone, the man scored one bag of goal, and then after that, the man just become Harry Kane that we see now. You know what I'm saying? So come on, we have to be realistic in our expectations surrounding players. Let me take some comments. Cuban Link Media, big up yourself, bro. You're a hater. I mean, if you want to class me as a hater, then fine. Yeah. Spinton General, big up yourself, bro. Craig is very annoying, but to be honest, most youths never made it because they don't have a Craig pushing them. That's true. Gray is the best attacking player ever played for Jamaica. Bailey is not a Jamaican. He is a bro. He's a Baltirian crap traitor. Bro, these people get influence. Conquest, big up yourself. Whisper is a wonder kid. Listen, if you want to think that Whisper is a wonder kid, then fine. The wonder kids I seen being purchased is Estavio, Endrick, and a lot of these guys who are going to clubs like Real Madrid, Barcelona, you know, Victor Roco. These are wonder kids being purchased from the Brazilian league. You know what I'm saying? In the Jamaican context, Whisper is a wonder kid. You know what I'm saying? Leaving from the schoolboy football to go to Chelsea, that's something that's commendable. You know what I'm saying? But to say he's a wonder kid in general, like on a global level, that's not a conversation that can be had.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Okay, no, like what has he done this season? Absolutely nothing, because Xavi don't believe in him. It just, bro, Kishan, that's all I'm trying to say, bro. Like, it just takes one opportunity, takes one thing for you to get there, bro. Like,
bro,
that's football.
Xavi is going through some issues at Barcelona. I don't think it's even a Xavi thing. I think it's just a Barcelona issue.
Koch was going through issues, but somehow they qualified for Europe over your crap club. So it's bro, there's such fine margins in football, bro. There's such fine margins. So you never know. Like, you saying that Whisper is not a wonder kid helps you. How? It make you feel good?
Why are we talking football then?
Huh?
You saying Arsenal is going to win the English Premier League. How does it help you?
Because if you look at our trajectory, if you look at everything that's happening, it just takes literally one moment, one slip, or one red card could have been the difference. That's it. It's not like it's a far out shot. It's one up, bro. The guy is there. The man is already in the 0.001% of people that make it all the way there. He never had to go through the academy system. All he did is that he stayed with Phoenix, played Manning Cup, and then he got the right opportunity. he asserted his dominance, right, in Jamaica. Then he's now there. Bro, if he's scoring goals, so what more must do? His agent
Bro,
believes in him.
nobody's not bro. We don't know that the man make it. Well, Dylan, we have to be careful in terms of what we're saying.
Okay.
Whisper real and true them make it as it. Because being in the under
What
21
do
is
you mean?
different.
He's on a pro contract.
Yeah, but I'm saying making it professionally is actually being in a first team. Because the thing is, playing in the
So you don't think
PL2,
he could get loaned out, right? No one go to our first team somewhere else. You know how much
yes, but
people
listen,
want
man,
that in first, right?
listen
Winger?
what I'm saying. Until that happens, him now make it as he make it to an extent in terms of leaving from the environment, which is Jamaica, to play at that level in the PL2. That's one step in his journey. But you can only officially say you make it when you're in the first team of any respective team in a well respectable competition, whether it's the championship, League One, League Two, Panorama League. You get me? I say so. We have to be careful in terms of saying a player make it. The man not make it as yet, brother. Because in PL2,
Yes, but
I've
Kishan
seen a
now,
lot. Hold on, Dylan.
how
I've
old is he?
seen
How
what
old is
18.
he? What is he?
Dylan, hold on.
31? Him can't make it
Dylan,
again,
hold on. I'm saying
bro.
be careful with your words in terms of saying the man make it, because I've seen more talented players at bigger clubs in PL2 competitions the club end up release them and them drop all the way below championship, League One, League Two. I've seen it. So no, we
Okay,
not need to
that's
say the
not
man
his
make it as yet.
Yeah,
In
but that's
past one hurt,
unfortunate. Like, they just move on. Like, not everybody. Ravel Morrison was supposed to be the next biggest wonder kid. So one thing could have gone wrong. His mental health went wrong, and it didn't happen like that. Right? Like, there's such small margins in football and in life when you're at the top. Once you're in that 0.001%, bro, there's such small margins. So that is football, bro. Bakaya
let
Saka,
me,
bro, they're opening at left back. Small margins. Who would have known? You look at
let me
Bakaya
make this comment.
highlights when he was younger and thought he was going to be this player.
The person said Mark and William. So what you say, Craig should say whisper no good. Bro, why would any agent say them respective player not good? No one is saying Craig Butler should say the man not good. I'm saying it's unfair to lay on at this moment in time unrealistic expectations. As an agent, I believe you should protect your players. You know what I'm saying? That's the job of an agent. Let me ask you a question, Dylan. When Craig Butler come out recently and say Leon Bailey are gonna be the best player in the world because Mbappe will get older. Mbappe is retired 25. The man say after Messi and Ronaldo retire, Leon Bailey is going to be the best player in the world. That's what Craig Butler said, you know. Don't you think that's unrealistic? Be honest with me. Out of all of the players in the world at this moment in time, you think Leon Bailey, after Ronaldo and Messi leaves football, he's going to be the best player in the world?
Yeah, but how much goals and assists Leon Bailey of this season?
Bro, you're really trying to have this conversation with me?
No, I'm just asking a question. How much? What? So if he makes, let's say, a Barcelona coming for him now and him tear it down, what? And then he's supposedly the best player in the world. Then how, bro, Kishan? What are the margins? Like, tell me, give me a valid argument. What are the margins in between Leon Bailey? Is Leon Bailey closer to being the worst footballer in the Premier League or the best footballer in the Premier League right now as it stands?
Let me just address this comment once again. Damien Nemar, big up yourself. Your view make people shun your channel. Dylan, please teach him in the background. A good you. Life is about opinions. Bro, if people don't want to subscribe to the channel, we can't fight them, Dylan. You get me? I say Simon Jordan, Danny Murphy, Roy Keane, all those different pundits and people that watch the game. You think we agree with everything them say? On Talksport recently, Simon Jordan literally come out and say Unai Emery could possibly face the sack next season. You think I agree with that? But I mean, so I go like stop watching or whatever the case is. If I am on YouTube to please people with my opinions, then that makes sense to talk football then Dylan. If I'm in life to please people because I have to say what they agree with, then that doesn't make sense. I'm not being true to myself.
Yeah, but
Go
dog,
ahead.
at the end of the day, they're in the comment section. We have the channel. We're going to make the cheese. They're not. Like it's fine, dog. Like you need the comments. That's just a part of YouTube. So
Bertha said you
at
are
the end
the
of the day,
hate.
I still call it. We're still making videos. It is what it is. We don't have to agree. People are going to watch what they don't like. Like that is YouTube. That's the space that we live in right now. So don't take
I
it
think I'm
personally.
relatively
At the end of the day, I respect you fully, bro. And I feel
yeah.
like you respect me too. So we could just go and make the show as good as we want it to be. And if they don't like it, then so it go.
I mean, listen, If people want to call me bad mind, then fine, you know. I like when people call me bad mind because they don't know me on a personal level. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly,
it's a
dog.
lazy,
Like,
it's a lazy
like
assessment.
they're like big ass staring 40-year-old people commenting these things in a dog. Right? And so it don't really matter to me, dog.
People say you can't tell the future. Okay, yes, to an extent you cannot tell the future, but what you can do is make an assessment. That's all I'm trying to say. Whisper playing in the PL2 cannot, I cannot derive to opinion that even if he gets the opportunity, he's going to be the all-time goal scorer for Chelsea in the next 5 years. What I would have to see is that okay, once he gets the opportunity in the first team, right? Same play like 10 games next season. And we see some cameos from him when we say, yo, you know, see this, I would have something different about him because playing in the Premier League it's different to playing in the PL2. So if I see say in 10 games next season, if he's playing in the first team, right? He's showing like a different level of play or he's showing a different level of quality, then I can make the assessment to say, you know, say though, him can go on to be something in the next 5 years for Chelsea. But playing in the PL2 cannot make me arrive to that notion that he can reach to that level as yet. Because first of all, I need to see him in the Premier League playing games before I can even form that opinion. If you look at
But
all the wonderful in the world, right? If you look at all the respective players at his level,
yeah, but
how
Trisha,
can
what
you?
tell me what the steps up are. Like I just want you to show me the ladder of moving from Manning Cup, right, to get into the Premier League. How many step ups did he have to make to get where he is now? That's what I'm trying to ask you. So if he continues on this trajectory, linear and a linear projection, right, then it's closer to believe that he's going to make it in the Premier League because he has all the tools and he seems to have the people around him. I don't think that he's going to end up being Chelsea's leading goal scorer. But at the end of the day, I'm a Reggae Boyz fan. If I meet Whisper tomorrow, I'm not going to go up in his face and say, yo, okay, but la fool, whatever. Right? Bro, the man has come from literally nothing out of Port Royal, dog. Right? How much football field there at Port Royal? You know how much
Yo, this
hours he
man
had to
said,
get to his school? Right? The
this man
man
said,
go through hardships and hard times to
yeah,
get to
hold
where
on.
he
You
is.
see, but by the way, you see this hardship thing where people love bring around Whisper. When Whisper go up an interview and talk about him grew up in a rough life, that's foolishness. That's the narrative that Craig Butler
Yes,
wants to sell
bro,
to
but
people
it doesn't
globally.
matter
Well, I
if
know,
it's
but
true.
not say the man grew up in a life because the truth and the truth is the man never grew up in a hard life where you see the things what Whisper said and the things what Craig Butler said. When you sell, when you go on an international platform, right, and you say, yo, I'm gonna have to take 10 bus go training, and I'm gonna have to walk 100 miles to go training and 500 miles to go match day. That's a better story compared to when a man say, you know, some my father dropped me at training though. You know, some my mother dropped me at training. When
Done
Jude
everything.
Bellingham and them people, hold on, when Jude Bellingham and them people they tell people say them parents drop them at training, whatever, people say, oh, mama's boy that brother. Oh, your mother still a drop to go training. But we spun never grew up in a hard life like what people make it seem. So that's one thing that we need to dispel, right? Now let me just address this comment. Cuban said, bro, I've been to Barcelona. I don't see any difference with Whisper and those kids from you. Cuban Link, you are delusional to think that there's no difference between La Masia products. I say pronounce La Masia? La Masia? Yeah, La Masia. You are delusional to think that La Masia products are on the same level that Whisper is on. I'm telling you, if you think so Whisper is on the same level as the players in the Barcelona Academy, you have something else coming your way. Trust me. Go on, Dylan.
You know, but dog, all I'm trying to say is like Odegaard used to say that he came out of hard times, but he grew up in Norway. Like it's all so relative. Like it doesn't really if he believes he went through hard times, hard struggles, mental struggles, like who am I to know tell them no, because you never have food on your table 6 out of 7 days of the week, you don't go through hard times. Like that's not bro, the man comes from a third world country. At the end of the
So because
day,
they come from a third world country,
him
we
can't
say go through
just
a
get
hard
a
time.
go to La Masia and just train tomorrow. He's not like a
So,
Romeo Beckham that had everything in his on his plate, right, bro? Like everything is so relative. So like you knocking him down, like the man has taken so many steps up in life, like, and all I'm trying to say
nobody
is
is
big up
against the journey,
yourself.
Dylan. Nobody's
What?
against the journey. But it's just like recently when they said Jamaicans, I thought about say, oh, the man better than Nicholas Jackson. What kind of foolishness that people are spew on YouTube platforms, brother? And I'm the same one that did that said the man is not better than Nicholas Jackson, despite Nicholas Jackson missing big chances this season. So that's what I'm saying. We have to be fair in our assessment. How
Why?
can you be? How can
Not what
so?
a
How can you
football
say that he's better than Nicholas Jackson?
like
How can
is
you say he's better
Jamaican
than Nicholas
football.
Jackson then?
Jamaican football fans are not going to be talking the most sensible argument, bro.
But that's what I'm trying to
Right?
say. They need to be
The
sensible.
man make a bag of chances, so him no good. Like that. That is just the narrative that we carry. But
But let
that's
me ask you
why
a
we
question.
are
Like how we can make an
inspiring
assessment,
people.
right?
Hmm.
What's the difference with me making an assessment to say that I don't think in the next 5 years, at this moment in time, he's going to be Chelsea's all-time leading goal scorer, compared to me saying he's not better than Nicholas Jackson? Obviously, me look on the two players and compare them to look at the level that they are at now to make that comparison. Is that an unfair comparison? When some Jamaican fans were saying that Whisper better than Jackson and me said the man better than Jackson, is that an unfair assessment?
No.
Exactly. So is it an unfair assessment for me to say that I don't think he'll be Chelsea's all-time leading goal scorer in 5 years' time? What have you seen
But
from Dujon at this moment to
I'm
make
just
that
saying,
claim?
Kishan, all I want you to do is believe that the man will get there because it will be better
Brother,
for us.
brother, I
That's
don't
all
have to
I'm saying.
believe that. Me believe say Rashford are gonna become better than Mbappe. I don't see
But
nothing from Rashford to make that assessment.
I mean, okay, I'm cool.
Brother, football is about
If the
looking at the
games
body of
are
work and what the
played
players
in, like, I just think that there's a body of work for you to be like, okay,
Dylan,
so
at
that the
this
World Cup.
moment, there's not a good body of work to make that assessment. When you talk about Arsenal, what have you seen from Reece Nelson to say that Reece Nelson is going to kick on? Not saying the man not going to kick on, not saying if Reece Nelson get a move to a Palace in can't go to well enough. But are you seeing anything right now to say that Reece Nelson can even go on to like be one of the best players in the world? Answer that for me.
No, but if you listen to the experts in football, right, you're Mikel.
Which is first talk about Reece Nelson. I think Dylan internet drop again. Yeah, I think Dylan internet drop again. As we said, since Arsenal lose the league title, the Arsenal fans having connection problems. Put all Brazilian Wonder Kids on Whisper and he will look just as good. Badman 43. Damian Nemad, if you think Whisper is in the same category of Brazilian Wonder Kids, then you're the one that's delusional. I'm telling you. Because you can't compare Whisper to Hendrick or Estavia or some of the people that you could have never meant to compare Whisper to Vinicius when he went to Real Madrid a couple years ago. Bro, come on, Badman. Come on. Brother, what kind of BS are we spewing on the football space, but put him against all Brazilian Wonder Kids and look the same? But you think Brazilian people hold Whisper in no high regard? You think people in England hold Whisper in no high regard, brother? Yo, I want to. Me not say as Jamaicans we can support the player. Yes, we can, but let's not be unrealistic. That's as we said, Kirk Butler come out recently and said after Messi and Ronaldo left, Liam Bailey could be the best player in the world. What has Liam Bailey shown to say that he's going to be the best player in the world? You have the likes of Saka in front of him, who's already one of the best players in the world. You have the likes of Erling Haaland. You have the likes of Phil Foden, Bernardo Silva, Heung-min Son. You have the likes of who else? Who else play on the wing? Vinicius, Rodrigo. You have the likes of Gnabry, Leroy Sané. Liam Bailey is nowhere close in the pecking order. So what are we talking about? Why do you think nobody respect Jamaica in terms of football in general? You think United States and Mexico respect Jamaica when we touch the pitch? They're not fighting over the products that we produce because they have better players. They produce better products in football than what we have produced. Some people are come talk about people bad mind this and bad mind that. Nobody not bad mind about them. I'm not gonna say this not because we come from Jamaica means I'm gonna pick up everything that Jamaican do. Or I'll be unrealistic in my assessment. You get me? I say, I'm not gonna be unrealistic in my assessment. If me say a man now run fast now 100 meters, I think I'm gonna say the man can go beat Usain Bolt 9 prime, or just become a rater man. I'm gonna say, yo, the man gonna become the next best thing in the world. What I will say is that you must work hard enough to be one of the best in the world. I will say that. You get me? I say, or I can even say that you will be one of the best in the world. I believe in you. Yes, I can motivate you, I can praise you, and whatever the case is. But if me say you're not do nothing, how me must then say, yo, you're gonna be the best in the world. If a man not really playing a football to that extent, not whisper, just in general. If a man not really playing a football, how me can look on a man and say, yo, you can be the best thing in the world. That's like when a man say, yo, we must bring back Tyrese Magee and them people in the national team. What Tyrese Magee and them people are gonna do? What am I gonna do? No funny just said this man must get back in the national team because you know rate a man, brother. I have no affiliation to Whisper or Terry Maggie or none of these players when I call back for. Man, I go say, yo, get back Ravel Morrison to the team. Name one country in a football right now we have a professional player who play for the national team. We don't have a club team. Name one country. More somebody in the comment name one country where play a player in the national team that is not playing for a club. So why no country not do it? But Jamaica must get up and pick up Ravel Morrison and play him when the man not playing a club football. How is that fair to other players who are playing club football across the globe that can play for Jamaica? Tell me how that's fair. But no funny just rate Ravel Morrison, so now go say, yo, he must play for the national team because he's better than a man. The man not playing the football. So I'm not going to be unrealistic in my expectations. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. You get me? I say, and no funny not going to like me, but you know, I'm not going to say, oh, enough people shun me from your channel. Football is opinion based. If I am on earth to please people with my opinions, I am being dishonest to myself. So who want to rate my opinion, who want to agree with my opinion, fine. Who want to disagree, fine. It doesn't affect me. You get me? I say, Jackson's ahead, but I believe he would score more of Jackson's chances. I mean, that's a conversation that can be had to an extent. Kill me. So you would have doubted Bonnie Shaw has been the leading goal scorer for a City. With all due respect, I was not watching women's football, and I do not really watch women's football unless it's the Reggae Girls. So I could not have made an assessment of Bonnie Shaw before she even went to Manchester City. So yeah, that's unfair for me to make that assessment. How many Jamaicans were actually watching Bonnie Shaw before she even become Bonnie Shaw today? Not many of you guys were watching women's football and the progress that Bonnie Shaw was making before she went to Manchester City. Not many of you guys were doing that. It's not until recently a lot of people start watching women's football, especially the Reggae Girls. So I'm not gonna sit up here and say I didn't know Bonnie Shaw potential or I never know her potential. I expect emotional rants from you fans. However, I prefer to have an analytical position from you hosts. I mean, I am a fan of football at the end of the day, you know. That's bro, Jamaican fans will say anything about their players. If Ball come out of retirement now, they'll say he will win gold in the next Olympic, which is true. Both is what 33, 34. I'm not thinking Usain Bolt can win the next gold medal in the next Olympic. You know, so not because I Usain Bolt means I must be unrealistic. Cuban Link say you're taking what Butler saying to literally. You have to speak greatness over your life to achieve, believe and manifest, bro. But I get it. Seeing is believing. Exactly. Seeing is believing. Me not say whisper no good or whatever the case is, but you just can't expect me to make unfair assessments surrounding whisper. You know what I'm saying? I have to see him in the first team playing a couple games to say that okay, in the next 5 years he can become something like the Chelsea's all-time leading goal scorer. But come on, people, we need to stop being unfair in our assessment. Dr. Dan, that is impossible, but done. But Spain Town general, the thing is, you will have Jamaicans who say if Ball come out of retirement, he can go win the next gold medal, he can go break the world record, which is unrealistic. Your body is getting older. At the time when Ball left the sport, he was getting injuries. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm showing you. What would be there at this moment to say that Ball can go win the next Olympic medal? Nothing. I like say the man even run and not track meet or anything. If we say okay, he might run 10 seconds flat. Bro, from what I'm hearing from you, it doesn't sound like you like the player, bro. Listen, if you want to make the assessment that I do not like the player, then that's fine by me. I mean, even know whisper personally if you don't like him, you know. Me not like Rashford and in terms of on a football scale. As a human being, I think Rashford is a good person, but in terms of as a football player, I don't rate Rashford that highly. You know, you have a lot of players who play for my team. I'm gonna rate them highly, but because I'm gonna rate them highly means I'm not like them. Come on, people. Dr. Dan big up yourself. They will send him on loan and he'll be phased out. It's like, well, I'm not gonna go as far as to say I'm gonna be phased out of the Chelsea team because you know time will tell. Somebody said that away Ripple EFFX. The world gone to the dogs when people give the truth and choose to live in an illusion. And it's sad. You know, people on here say, yo, Whisper, there's no difference between Whisper and the Barcelona academy, the kids in that academy. Come on, people. Come on, we have to be fair in our assessment. Man is not even the best player in Jamaica team. 50-50. Most of these people don't watch football, they just watch Whisper. That's true, that's true. 50-50, that's the reason people don't take us seriously. Bro, too much mad people in Jamaica. People, look at the talents where USA are producing a CONCACAF. The United States recently have a player that is 14. I think his last name is Sullivan. Right? Manchester City purchased him for the future. Sullivan in name, right? Straight out of MLS. The man is 14. You know, you have Jury and them people that will play for Borussia Dortmund. You have Christian Pulisic who left America at an early age. You have Tyler Adams. You have the right back. What name again? We used to play for Barcelona and then at the Dutch league when he injured. Can't remember his name. You know, you have those players. If you look at the players that Mexico produced in the past as well, Chicharito and some of these guys who went on to do great things, winning Premier League trophies and whatever the case is. That you can look at and say these players can achieve something. But let me drop the link. Let me drop the link, people. 1 second. People also, you know, if you disagree with me, fine. You know, it doesn't hurt me. But you know, at the end of the day, I just football attack. 1 second, people, smash the like button if you're new. Well, not if you're new, smash the like button. Well, if you're new to the channel, smash the like button. Also subscribe, which is the most important thing. Let me read some more comments. Let me ask now a question, right? When we make a comparison between Messi and Ronaldo, it means that we put down Messi. Somebody answer that in the comment section for me. When we make a comparison between Messi and Ronaldo, does it mean that we're putting down one player? Answer that for me. You see me? Whisper is doing what he needs to do at this moment, so anything is possible. You analyzing too deep. How can you talk football and say people are analyzed too deep? Come on, man. Come on, people. Come on.
Yo,
Go on.
Brother, what lesson I said another gospel, you know, so if him have him, he's entitled to say Whisper will be this, and you are entitled to say it no looks to you too. That's your opinion.
And it not hurt to spot either.
Yeah?
It not hurt to spot either.
Exactly.
And as we said above, Craig Butler and them people can arrive to that notion that he can be the all-time leading goal scorer in the next 5 years, right? But at the end of the day, people can't talk about it. People can't dispel it if they disagree. At the same, Craig Butler will come out recently and say Liam Bailey are going to be the next best player after Messi and Ronaldo retire now. And you have way better players already in front of him.
Right.
So because Craig said we must just agree.
Right, brother. And if you not agree, you're bad mind and you have fight, you would.
You know? And it's not about fighting things. And what I realize in the world, you see on the space of YouTube, especially if you look at England and a lot of these countries, right?
Yeah.
The most when somebody have a different opinion, I'm not say the man in England and say, yo, you're bad mind the player. A man we just say, yo, why not rate the player? Give me your assessment surrounding the player. But in Jamaica, even if you give your assessment, a man say a bad man, you know? A man say hate the player. I really watch the YouTube of them in England and hear a man say, yo, you hate the player and them thing there. Them not really say them thing there. Sometimes a rivalry will cloud a man's judgment in terms of why they don't rate a player. Sometimes it's just preference, etc., etc.
Right.
Enough man play for England with enough English fans narrate. Look at Harry Maguire. Enough English fans narrate Harry Maguire. You get me? I say.
Yeah, but then not tell him say then not nobody know over there tell the people them say them bad mind. One thing though, brother, not the man them, but when the player them born at Jamaica, brother. Them mark then different from them mark the player them cause think the club win the Prem 2 championship Fulham with Delano Splat and nobody not talk about it. And if Whisper control a ball, it come like this guy go up man and Moon go come out of it. So Mr. Brother, like you know the man them were born a different time. No know what? No, brother.
But you know, Jamaicans are like that, you know, because as we say, people still have to Tariq Maggie and enough people in the team, which, yeah, if you want to represent yourself well in a CONCACAF and get respect, you think nobody has respect when you have Tariq Maggie and the people up on field?
Right.
Come on.
While Brazil America talk about player from AC Milan and Juventus to play for them side, we are talking about man play Prem 2 and JPL. You got Copa.
And even Jesse March recently got Canada. Them are go up at next level as well. So we don't have time to deal with that. I say, yo, a man when on the club must play for Jamaica and them unrealistic things. You get me? I say we can't do that because
Exactly.
the recruitment for Canada and the level that they're going to play under, which Jesse March is going to be even higher compared to now.
Exactly.
You know.
You know, I say nothing wrong, my brother.
But big up the world, I get Tennessee online. You hear me, the world kind of drop off. All right, Dylan is back. Let me get Tennessee online. Tennessee Lewis, big up yourself.
Big up yourself 50-50. But when I say 50-50,
No matter my bad man.
I doubt somebody play. You see some of the people in want to call for Tariq Maggie. I doubt if they even watch football. Because if you ask them why Tariq Maggie supposed in his team, then go right back to the game where they play against Costa Rica. Because most of the people them don't even know if Tariq Maggie are playing football. See? So, brother, me believe that's why some of the people them not take it serious in another region. Yeah, because I think we have some of the most outlandish kind of statement them. Brother. But because even me I watch PL2 and me see Splat team make it to the final. He score even against Chelsea in a game. You don't hear nobody talk about that. You understand? But if we spark a ball,
Yeah, break up Tennessee.
I live.
Dylan, he's breaking up, right?
Yeah.
We are saying why. All right. Say Kirk Butler say whisper. I gonna be Chelsea top scorer. So why we can't disagree with it? We don't have to agree with Craig Butler's statement. You understand? And that don't mean say Craig Butler tell lie. But we're supposed to can disagree.
Yeah.
You understand? We're supposed to can disagree. We allow him disagree. Instead, Leon Bailey gonna be the best player in our world. And him has quote Ronaldo them age and them thing. Leon Bailey now about 27.
Yeah.
I think Mbappe even younger than Leon Bailey. So we can't disagree because I don't like say we now watch no football. You understand? And we have to be realistic. All right, even some of my statement where people come on and make about the coach and the team, me realize that we have some really unrealistic target where we are look towards.
But Tennessee, I want to bring up some point screen, right? And we just want to show you some the fact that Craig Butler made a comment recently surrounding Leon Bailey. I want to show you what the article post, right? Let me just bring it up on screen. I'm not giving the people them the meaning of the word with the article, the key word with the article put in the something and the headline. You know. The headline says, Aston Villa and Jamaica star Leon Bailey bizarrely backed to become best player in the world once GOATs retire. Tennessee, you know what the word bizarrely mean? The word bizarrely mean in a very strange or unusual manner. The people that write the article say what Craig Butler says is very strange and unusual. What is there to make that to come to that notion? Nobody in football can ever think that Bailey can become better the best player after Messi and Ronaldo left. The man used the word bizarrely. And if you ask the vast majority of fans across the globe, can Bailey reach to that level? The man must say, brother, what you talk about?
They will laugh for you, brother.
The man take it for you.
Yes, they will laugh for you. So that's why me feel say most people that can't not take we seriously as a football country. But because we don't know if it's for some reason we think we are the best in everything. Zin? I believe the reason why we think that we don't watch other teams. Zin? We only watch our team and we attack from our point of view. You see how much players Chelsea signed? Then just sign a little Brazilian, you'll see I think a 30 million. Zin? So we are Jamaican now, we watch Whisper. So we just, not me personally, but me believe people not really realistic. They sign a little youth from Ecuador. So we believe Whisper going to step over everybody and go be Chelsea top scorer. They sign them for a lot more money from what they sign Whisper for. Them man that play first team football for Ecuador. I want the best player in the Ecuador team. So we have to be realistic, brother.
As me say in Tennessee, the fact that they come from Jamaica, right? yes, we can praise them on them. And you see,
Yes.
you can only praise people when them do well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whisper has done well for himself in terms of getting the move to Chelsea, right? He has
Yeah.
done well in terms of performing with the PL2 team, right? So you can praise him in that aspect. But what I'm not going to do is go beyond that realm and praise him to the extent where I'm going to say, yo, in better than a Jackson, or I'm going to be Chelsea all-time leading goal scorer, because he needs to go up a next level, which is playing with the Chelsea team in the Premier League, which is a different level compared to the PL2.
That's
And
true.
and, and the more
It's a
the
far
more him
different.
go, and what I'm trying to say, if you make it in the first team, me have to go even mark him harder as well compared to in the PL2, because it's a higher level of competition.
Okay. Then look how much players dominate PL2. And we're then there now. Look at DN ranking them and them mean in PL2 with Chelsea. Look at Omar Richards now in dominate PL2 and Omar Richards now long in make I think he made about one appearance if Chelsea first team. So we have to be realistic, brother. Not because a man starting and we disagree. You mean to say 80 playing bad people are gonna say a bad mind all them foolishness. Then think that make no sense.
And let me just address this comment from Tycoon. He said, foolishness, what's wrong if him said that? More make for talk like you're talking right now. If Villa coach said that our City coach, what will you say? Let me tell you this. You see, Pep Guardiola is known for talking about this player, the best player in the world when nothing goes so. Me see Pep Guardiola put Rashford on a pedestal recently, but he will not take Rashford at City. You think Pep would really take Rashford at City? Come on, people. Coach can say anything. I mean, say they mean it. Go on, Tennessee.
Brother, we have to be all me I say, we have to be realistic. And realize that one of them know in a football. No, I don't think a country respect Jamaica in the football. Because even to them, they put out a group with where Jamaica go play a Copa America. Then they put up a Jamaica flag there. Only Ecuador, Mexico, and Venezuela they matter about. So if one guy right now come and take chance, then nobody not pay no attention to Jamaica, brother. So me just think we're not realistic in football. We think we're bigger than we actually is.
No, you see, next up sports stars, big up yourself. Nobody not saying you can pump up the player, them, right? We can go as far as to say Whisper one of the best young talents in the Caribbean region. Fine.
Of
But me
course.
now go as far as to say are the best young player in Europe. You get me? I say, me not gonna say that. And as me say
No.
Tennessee, people have
Mm-hmm.
talk about don't compare the player. But other than Jamaican football, for all of us that watch like Premier League, La Liga, and football on a global scale, right? Every day we sit down and compare Messi and Ronaldo, or the Zidane them of the world, or the
Of
Maradona. They
course.
may get me and say,
Of
who
course.
compare players more than Jamaicans when them compare Pele and Maradona?
Okay.
How it, and when they make the comparison, are they tearing down the players? No, you just a preference. We say yo Pele, and someone I go say yo Pele used to play with Plummer. Someone I go say Pele never used to play with professionals. While someone I go say Maradona do more because he play for Napoli. And you get me? I say, but you not tear
Mm-hmm.
down your player them.
Nobody not here no player, brother. You understand? You just have to be realistic. And if you be realistic, people are gonna say, "Oh, you don't like a player," because if you go out and talk about this like everybody else. Everybody have a right to their opinion, but they want to say anything. But you have a right to disagree.
All right,
Yeah, you
next up
understand?
sports talk. Say, Presser, I prefer to big up Jamaican player more than any other countries. I mean, fine, you know. That's like saying Jamaica, despite the troubles, are the best country in the world. I mean, yeah, we can say that, you know. We can say Jamaica is the best country in the world. But if you look at it in isolation for certain aspects, we have a lot of stuff that don't really make it the best country in the world. So is it because it's Jamaica we're gonna say, oh, we're gonna be stupid enough to say, oh, it's the best country in the world if I go compare it to other countries? You know what I mean, Tennessee?
Brother, let me tell you something, brother. People can say anything. You know, me just a truth. You see? No, because all right, just like you, no because you come from Jamaica and a player come from Jamaica. You are gonna go out and talk some unrealistic things. See? Just for people are gonna say, well, you know, say like the play. Everybody, brother, if we are look on Chelsea team right now, I mean, you make a statement say people are before they were saying Nicholas Jackson, him whisper better than Nicholas Jackson. Brother, I'm mad people are gonna talk them kind of thing, there, brother. But because all right, people say whisper that score most of Nicholas Jackson chances them, but would whisper get in a position where Nicholas Jackson get in? Forget the chances them when get.
It's a good question.
Because people now realize that there's levels to football. Zin? No, because, all right, you will see a striker, Zin? Even a Lewandowski can miss certain chances. It don't mean to say he's not a good striker, brother. Zin? I don't mean to say a man who play at a lower level than him better than him. Nicholas Jackson far ahead of Whisper. Whisper did not nowhere near Nicholas Jackson chance. Him a class. But Jamaican
Tennessee,
teams are getting better.
where is he going to end up? Where will Whisper end up?
Hmm?
Where will Whisper end up?
I don't know. Me can't predict the
No, but
future.
if you had to make a prediction, what is the realistic prediction
Eh?
that you have come up with?
My prediction?
Yeah.
My prediction is let a player play and he will end up which might end up. Zin?
Mm-hmm.
Me can't tell you say he will end up in the Chelsea first team. I don't believe that right at this moment he will end up in the Chelsea first team.
Okay.
Can Missy play in ICM PL2, we dominate PL2, and right now they play a League One. They have to leave Chelsea because they tired of PL2.
So do you believe that Whisper is a wonder kid?
Eh?
You believe that Whisper is a wonder kid?
Jamaican wonder kid.
Okay.
Not in terms of rural wonder kid. Because if Whisper was a wonder kid, like a rural wide wonder kid, everybody would have talked about him. How will you talk about Whisper?
Somebody said in the comment section if any people only talk about Butler players like this. But you know the funny thing is Tennessee, you know some of them video a couple weeks ago, right? And I woke up on a score report. Me, MJ, and a couple other YouTubers covered. I do the video. And the score report, listen, these people have no affiliation to Jamaica now. At the United States game, them watch the youth in there, right? For the merely like 15 minutes you get a run out for.
Yeah.
And them do a score report. And I'm gonna check them website and world-renowned scouting agency, them scout a lot of players from that going at top leagues, and you know what I mean? And them say right now, them wanna recommend a big team to get Kahim Dixon. Because if you look at Dixon's development, right? He's what, 19 now?
Yeah, 19.
If you look at Dixon compared to players at his age that are at a different level, they've been in top academies from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. You get me? I say? But what people them say is that what they would recommend is send him to a league that he can develop, and then because he's relatively still young, he can then still have a future to make a move at a better league. So the leagues were MLS, I think the Belgium League, Liga MX, and them say any league that is also equivalent to those leagues. But them I say them would never say, oh, we could say him go La Liga or go Premier League, because really and truly, which team is Kahim Dixon good enough for in the like Premier League or Bundesliga? Yeah, break up Tennessee.
And people beat him, they see him and say bad mind.
You like break up Tennessee. Yeah, hear me Tennessee? Don't you hear him? I think he lose connection. But yeah, El Padrino. Let me drop back the link, people. Let me drop back the link. 1 second. Click the link, people, if you don't want calling basically. So that's the link in the comment section. Only Jamaica did the opposite. US players that are mid above average, like Musa and Jam needs will be US to promote talent to the rise like your supporters do. You know exactly what I mean. Hey boy, them and Neymar and Mr. United, behave for yourself, man. Behave for yourself, man. Behave for yourself. Whisper played 10 games, scored 7 goals and 3 assists. That's 10 goal contribution in 10 games. Come on now. Well, the thing is, that's in PL2. And when I say that's a bad thing, then, and I'm saying I have praised Whisper for that. You get me? I say I've done videos on the live stream before with the kind of where we praise him in that aspect, and he was recently nominated for like PL2 Player of the Month, something like that, I believe it was, you know. So he might put in the work, you know, but we just can't go be unrealistic. If Whisper was born from Brazil, the world stage would have recognized him as a wonder kid. What do you think, Dylan?
Platform has everything to do with it. I think Jamaica's system of our youth system needs a lot of work. Um, so yeah, and we don't have that marketing for football. So whereas if they see an athlete at champs, then the world will probably know about him or her very quickly. We don't have that platform in Jamaica. So yeah, I would agree if he had the same career projection or like progression, I should say, that he's
Yeah.
having now. Then of course.
Hmm. I get you. People, the
But
link is in
also
the
they're
comments.
just built differently. Like if you look at Hendrick, the way that he's built, like his physicality, all of those Brazil ballers, bro, like they're just built different. Like so, yeah, I
Yeah.
just have to agree with the statement. I think his football education would be far different. You can't go at Santos, right? And lack. You know, you're going in the likes of Pele and Neymar. You have to be different, and those defenders will mash up. Right, so playing football at the high school level in Jamaica and playing football at even the youth academy level or the first team at Santos is a completely different thing. But yeah, I mean
Yeah,
everything is relative.
it's
So I agree.
compared to the Marine Cup.
Yeah,
But
Manning Cup levels are just different.
I believe there's something in the player, because we've seen him in the PL2. We see the finishing ability that Whisper has and
Right.
some of the good runs that he's making. So we can't deny that something isn't within the player. But if we're going to compare him to other players, I don't think he's better than a lot of the players that that some Jamaicans are comparing him to. You know what I'm saying? I also think that we just have to be patient in terms of the development of Whisper. Whisper has to play first team football first before we can jump the gun to say that he can be Chelsea's all-time leading goal scorer. And one of the reasons as to why is because you see at the age of like 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, you always can see something where a player is always better than the rest. Like when somebody become great and they do a documentary and they say like, what was this? What was you saying about that? What was you saying about like at 8 years old when he was running against his peers? And them say, yo, so the man so fast until him start running left man in them 20s. You can at least say, he was going to be a like Olympic medalist. He was going to break the world record because he was so better than his peers, plus others above him. But if you look at Whisper, it's not like you see a talent where it's better than his peers or anyone else above him to say that okay, in the next 5 years he can definitely be Chelsea's all-time leading goal scorer. You know what I'm saying? But when you look at the likes of Messi growing up, when you look at the likes of Ronaldo, the Erling Haaland, the Kylian Mbappe, bro, they were so much better than their peers, plus people above them that you could have said, yo, this player is going to be something special. You know what I'm saying? But Whisper for me he doesn't have that within him where I'm saying, yo, he's better than his peers and he's better than who's above him as well. No. You hear me? I say, even Omar Hutchinson, bro, Omar Hutchinson wasn't playing first team football and everybody wanted him to play for Jamaica. Well, I've addressed this before. When Omar Hutchinson was playing for Jamaica and whatever the case is, I wasn't advocating. I never have an opinion on him at that moment in time. You get me? Because I wasn't really following Omar Hutchinson. So this comment can't go for me. I never say Omar Hutchinson must play for Jamaica. What I'm saying now is that he should play for Jamaica. And Dylan, the funny thing is, despite the good season where Omar Hutchinson have with Ipswich, he don't look like he might get in the Chelsea first team next season. So if Omar Hutchinson not getting in the first team, how is Paul getting in the first team then? And then relatively play the same position.
I don't know. I think Omar Hutchinson to me just kind of looks small, but like the physicality that he has, it just doesn't seem like he's at the level. But Omar Hutchinson reminds me so much of Foden. I don't know if that's a really huge shot or if you see it, but the way he takes those shots from outside the box, because I think Foden has the most shots scored outside the box in the Premier League this season. Omar has that, so.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is really just praise for the two of them. I think Whisper has that dynamic ability to play in that half space, that right half space. Like, I don't know, like I don't really know who to compare him to, like a Mo Salah type thing. But I don't personally think he'll get to those levels. I just hope he does. I just really hope he does.
Let me address this comment. JP, big up yourself. What do you mean Whisper isn't better than his peers? Are on the same level. Dylan, you see a lot of the young players in Chelsea first team on the bench. Those were players that were originally in the PL2 that was performing in the PL2. What happened was they got pushed up in the senior team. So Whisper, get into the under 21 team. You get what I'm saying? But I'm saying it's not like Wispa is head and shoulders above the players at the under 21. If that was the case, you could have possibly been in the Chelsea first team as well. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, in order to get into the first team, you have to head and shoulders above a lot of the players. You get what I'm saying? So I don't think Pochettino sees him in that sense as it. I don't think the developmental coaches at Chelsea sees him in that light. When Kobe Mainoo was with the under 21 to United, when Greenwood and these guys were playing football, you know what happened? They were head and shoulders above in terms of their talent. And it was to the point that you could have said, you know what, I go bring him now one game. I go put him on the bench. I go give him 15 minutes against Arsenal or Chelsea. And you see something within the player to say, yo, you know what, there's something in this player. You know what I'm saying? But let me take the last couple comments. Next up, Sports Star. Big up yourself once again. Presser, how do you know if they don't get a chance? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. But next up, that's what I'm saying. Until you get a chance with the senior first team, with the first team, the senior men's team, then we can make a assessment in order to say that he can be Chelsea's all-time leading goal scorer. And Dylan, you know what? The next thing to before me end the live stream, the worst part about it, Chelsea is a team that since before Diego Costa and after Diego Costa, they've always struggled to score goals. So what is there to make me think that he in the next 5 years, that Wispa in the next 5 years can become Chelsea's all-time leading goal scorer when Chelsea, they've always struggled to score goals in terms of having a striker. So that's a big shoes to fill in itself. And Lukaku and enough players walk through that first team, right? We couldn't accomplish that. We couldn't hit the ground running in 1 or 2 seasons. And me must be unrealistic still thinking that in the next 5 years, you get me? I say when Chelsea they've struggled in that year for so many years. Come on, people. But people, once again, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button if you are new. We covered Leon Bailey as well as Demarai Gray, who's the bigger and better player. I went with Leon Bailey. I think Dylan went with Demarai Gray as well as the Canio. We spoke about Wispa.
No, I went with Bailey. Dang, what?
Oh, okay. We also spoke about Wispa and what Craig Butler had to say about him. Craig Butler basically said that in the next 5 years, he will be Chelsea's all-time leading goal scorer once given the opportunity. So that's something that we have to look out for in the future. But he has a far way to go in his development. J. Ross, big up yourself. J. Ross just joined. Jesus Christ, them money and them delusion. Wispa has more potential than Hutchinson. He is faster, stronger. His football IQ will catch up to Hutchinson's sooner than Hutchinson can improve his speed and physique or can shoot like Richards. Waiting for that comment.
I mean, it's all a game of opinions, honestly. I think, yeah, I don't know how you saw the season that Omari Hutchinson just had and say that in this moment right now, but we'll see next season. I think Omari Hutchinson will definitely be playing in a top 5 league next season, and let's see what Wispa gets to do over his summer holiday.
Bro, remember saying now, Omari Hutchinson at Arsenal was a wonder kid as well. The man leave Arsenal to get game time. But when he moved to Chelsea, we're like, yo, that's kind of a weird move because you don't know Chelsea state.
I mean, he was a wonder kid when he was about like 8 years old. So yeah. I completely back that statement.
Emmanuel got Ipswich in the championship. Integral in the Ipswich team, gaining promotion back to the English Premier League for the first time in like 20-something years, right? Or over 21 years. You tell me, Wispa have a higher potential than him. What have you seen from Wispa to say that he has a higher potential than Omar Hutchinson? Wispa has never played professional football before, like in terms of other than the Reggae Boyz at that level. He has not really played professional men's minutes with like a first team or whatever the case is in a respectable competition. You know what I'm saying? Right? So for somebody to arrive to this notion, it's a bit weird. That's 5 years development. First, I mean, as we said, Spain in general, big up yourself. We definitely have to go see what will happen in the next 5 years. But Craig Butler always says stuff. So if Craig Butler can say stuff, then me can also say stuff as well. Yo, Dylan, the Cavaliers and Mount Pleasant game start already?
Not sure. I was about to go check, honestly.
Eric Sewell, you can watch it on Sportsmax. However, you have to go pay for like a day subscription, which I heard that it's not expensive. It's like $1,000 Jamaican dollars or less than that, I believe. Something like that. How much is like $1,000 Jamaican dollars in US? Like $1? No, $1.
No, it's $150. It's basically like $155 or $160. So that's a good, that's like a $7-8.
Yeah. You know wonder, like $7-8. So head over to Eric Sewell, head over to Sports Max Media, download the app, and then I guess you create an account, get the subscription, and then you can watch the game.
And if Sports Max wants to sponsor 433 Presser and Gunners, we are always here for it.
Definitely. New Media 1876, stop overhype whisper. He's not on Hutchinson level, and he's definitely not on Hutchinson's level. Omari just did well in League One. New Media, careful. They'll what? Promise you beating. Yeah, Whisper is a natural goal scorer. Anything is possible. It's not impossible for him to become Chelsea's leading goal scorer. No one is saying it's impossible, but I'm saying let's stop laying unrealistic expectations on him at this moment in time. That's all I'm trying to say. Presser, what clubs around Europe have you visited? Because Butler has done it. I mean, Butler visit clubs in Europe and me not visit, but what does that make him more than me? And I have more knowledge than me? Which man never played today? You have never played today, look like. We need to end this another time, but 1 second, I'm just reading the last two comments. Which integral are you talking about? Hutchinson had less starts for Ipswich than people care to admit. So because you have less starts, mean that you cannot be integral in a team?
Well, then don't talk about Leon Bailey.
If somebody play 15 games and they have like 15 goals and 5 assists in the 15 games, that is being integral in a team. You don't have to play 38 games across a season to be integral. That's being efficient as well.
Don't talk about Leon Bailey then.
Let me just look up Omar Hutchinson's stats before I end this. Omar Hutchinson. 44 games in the championship, 10 goals and 5 assists. And if you look at the recent games as well before they were promoted, Dylan, he scored some very important goals for Ipswich.
Man of the match performance.
So not be integral. Once you're playing and you're putting something towards the team or helping the team, that is being integral. You know what I'm saying? So, what are you talking about to the person who left that comment? Come on, people. But yeah, so let me take one more comment. You have youth in Chelsea, youth team better than Whisper. Just like how you said, Bailey, outclass, great whole career in just one season. Whisper might do that to Hutchinson, who knows? Well, Whisper, if Whisper that, you have to play the first team football, whether it's at Chelsea or a different team across the globe. At least in a respectable league. Bale did not start all games for Villa, but he was integral. You know what I'm saying? People be forgetting how young Whisper is. He will be better than everyone in our squad. Mark my words. I mean, yeah, a lot of folks in our squad they're getting older. 15 goals in 44 games. But people, once again, hit the subscribe button. If you guys haven't subscribed to the Gunners YouTube channel, head over to their GUNNAZ. Also, if you're from the Gunners YouTube channel, head over to 433 Presser. 433, don't spell it out. It's just the numbers as the formation. 433 PRESSER. 433 Presser. And look out for a video upload tomorrow from the Gunners YouTube channel. What will you guys be dropping tomorrow, or is it a surprise?
Always a surprise.
Definitely. Well, once again, people, big up on yourself. Go tune into the JPL final, and hope everyone has a productive and a prosperous week. Stay safe, people. Until next time, have a good day.